Hello, and in today's video we're going to take a look at all the cards that came loose in the recent Kickstarter from Vampire: The Eternal Struggle. So we'll get this lot out and take a peek at what we've got. So as you can see, we've got a load of First Blood decks, so I think I'll put those away for now and we'll look at those another day. But then we've got some loose stuff that I'm not so sure what it's for. I've got a feeling these small Polly Pockets are promo cards. I'm not 100% sure what this big stack of cards is, so let's get these unwrapped and look at them one by one. So in this first little stack of cards here, I've got Ashleisha, a 3-blood, 2-icon independent. Vivian, we seem to have 4 of her. This is a unique ghoul with 2 life, 2 strength, 1 bleed, and requires an anarch. It's going to cost you 1 blood. Can play celerity and fortitude cards as an anarch vampire, and vampires you control are -1 stealth for political actions, and vampires you control can give another Methuselah controller Vivian as a directed action, and you can also steal it as a directed action. We then got 4 City Star Taxis. These are recruit actions, mortal with 2 life, 0 strength, 0 bleed. This ally can strike at 1 range damage, and they get an optional maneuver each combat. They can lock to give a ravenous you control +1 stealth. Nice little interesting set of cards there. We've then got this other stack here with Double Deuce. We've got 4 of him. He's a werewolf with 3 life, 1 strength, 1 bleed, +1 stealth, and if there's 2 or fewer life during your unlock phase, they gain a life, so pretty resilient ally. Then we've got Vlad Tepes. He's an interesting vampire. Look at all these icons he's got, mostly superior. He's got 10 life. An independent, Vlad uses and can play cards requiring a title or a sect as if he had the required title or were of that required sect, and he's +1 on bleeds. I've got another 2 Ashleisha here, so I've got 4 in total. And then this final stack of cards here, we've got Bolesław Gutzwiski, no superior, Malkavian by the looks of it. He's an anarch with 6 life. During an action he performs, he can burn a blood to reveal the top card of your crypt and then shuffle your crypt. That's pretty useful. If the revealed card is a copy of Bolesław, he gets +1 stealth for this action, otherwise he gets +1 strength. That's pretty cool. 1 of him. We've then got Faizar. He's got a couple of superior. He's a 10, Sabat. If Faizar would be burned, instead burn a counter on him and send him to torpor. If he has 3 burn counters, remove him from the game and he's +1 stealth. Now the final 2 cards we've got here is Dark Web Procurer. We've got 4 of them. They're a recruit. It's a mortal with 1 life, 1 strength, 1 bleed, and they can search your library, shuffling it, for a non-unique equipment card costing 1 or fewer pool and equip it as a +1 stealth action. So that's pretty good. Anything that does like tutoring on your deck's got to be good. Then we've got Len Kanapaka. He's got 3 superior, 2 regular. He's a Sabat, and if Len is ready at the start of your influence phase, you get +1 transfer. He's Black Hand, and he's got 8. And there's 4 of those. So that's it for the loose cards, which, as I say, I believe are promos. And then, of course, we've got this deck here, so I need to work out what that is. Okay, so we've got this open, and we've got loads of this Lema. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of her. She's the Anak Baron of Canberra. 6 with mostly regular powers. We've got 1 Una, Sabat Archbishop of Dublin. Pool of 9. Combat cards requiring fortitude cost 1 fewer blood. That's pretty good and mostly superior. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of Casey Sidner. And he's Anarch Baron of Columbus. He's got 6 with his 4 icons there. Then we got Benedito Alatana, who's looking rather grim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of him. So he's a Baron of Fortazla 6 with 4 icons. Then we've got Jacques Rouge, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of him as well. Anarch Baron of Versailles 6 with 4 icons. Yeah, 10 of Bithune, Anarch Baron of Manila 6 with 4 icons again. Then we've got an Ankara Citadel in Turkey 2. While in play, this equipment card represents a location and does not count as equipment. It's unique. Non-action modifier cards cost in blood, cost this vampire half as much blood to play rounded down. That's pretty handy. Black Metamorphosis 2, +1 stealth action. Put this card on a vampire. This vampire gets 1 optional additional strike each round. Can only have 1, and with superior you get 1 press. Murmur of False Will. Only usable during the bleed action, +1 bleed, or if you're superior. Only usable if a younger vampire is bleeding you. After blocks are declined, lock this reacting vampire. Change the target of the bleed to another Methuselah other than the acting vampire controller. They can block. Then we've got Parity Shift. Requires a prince or Justicar. Choose a Methuselah who has more pool than you do and allocate 3 of their pool between 1 or more of the other Methuselahs, including yourself. A successful referendum means the chosen Methuselah loses that pool and is allocated as you choose. And then Pentax Subversion, which is meant to be a pretty good card. Unique, put this card on a ready minion. This minion cannot block. Any other minions can burn this card as a directed action. So I'm guessing these are also sort of like promos or stuff. I'd have to go back to the Kickstarter and check those. So with all of these sort of loose cards here, that's quite a few additional cards. Now the reason I've got so many potentially is because I backed at quite a high level, so I got multiples of various cards. But yeah, that's pretty nice selection of cards there. And of course I've still got these First Blood decks to go through, which didn't come in any boxes, and then there's a whole load of other box stuff to go through as well. But anyway, that's some more stuff for Vampire. The next video I'm thinking of covering some storage solutions. I've only actually got one in hand at the moment, so I will show you that probably for my next video. So until the next video, happy gaming.